Hey guys, so in today's video, I wanted to respond to a post that I recently came across in a Facebook group for CNAs, and this was posted anonymously, but I want to share my thoughts on it because I've definitely dealt with this, a lot of the same things that this person is talking about in their post, and I want to share my thoughts. So their post is titled Burnout or Facility. So let me read their post and then I'll share my thoughts. So this person said, okay, y'all, so I've been a CNA for less than a year. I've been at the same facility ever since I started. Lately, I just have not had the energy to care. I still do my best care for my residents, but to help out my facility, I have cut back. The facility is nasty. Housekeeping nor management do their jobs. They let the staff do and say as they please. I can think of 5 staff members that should be fired due to not showing up or neglect, but they still have a job. We are so short-staffed, leaving us with 30 residents. I recently cut back my hours due to feeling burnt out, but that just doesn't seem to be enough. I'm only 22 and my body aches as if I were much older. Some days I think maybe it's just me and I'm getting burnt out, or this just isn't for me, and other days I think that if I were at a different facility, it would be better. Making $15 an hour with a $3 shift differential doesn't seem worth it anymore. What are your thoughts? Have you been in this situation? So, as I said, I have definitely been in this situation. However, I would not recommend you trying to go to another facility thinking that it is going to be better. I have worked at multiple nursing homes, assisted livings, and tried home health and caregiving and all of that. And I will tell you that if you're feeling burnt out, chances are switching from one facility to another is not going to help. Most facilities are the same. I will tell you that. Like right now, well, honestly, not even just right now, like all the time, pretty much every facility that I've worked at has been short-staffed. Nursing facility, long-term care type facility, regardless of where it is, healthcare, most healthcare jobs, almost every single one that I have worked at, the facility has been short-staffed. And going from one place to another, you're basically just encountering different problems or the same problem in a different way, if that makes sense. I get it. Like, I get the aching body. I get the pain. You definitely have to be careful with doing too much or doing things that are not safe or not done in a safe manner. Like, I definitely hurt myself because, like, working on the trach unit, I had a nurse who wouldn't help me with turning patients or repositioning them or changing them or anything. And so I was left to turn, change, reposition these totally dependent patients because, people on a trach usually are not able to do a whole lot. There were a few of them who were up and able to move around and things like that. But a lot of people that are on trachs or that have trachs, they are not able to do much for themselves. So I ended up having to do mostly everything by myself. And that is why to this day, I still have back problems. I really should get them looked at, but at this point I haven't. The job that I have now working as a medical assistant is definitely better physically than working as a CNA. Like, it's definitely helped my mental health to not have that much stress on me. Because I still have stress in my job as a medical assistant, but I don't have the same kind of stress, if that makes sense. Like, I definitely have stress because I'm still technically working as a clinic nurse. And so, like, nursing in general has stress associated with it, but it's different being a CNA versus a medical assistant. And I would say that just based on the way that this person wrote this post, I would say that he or she, I'm sorry, I don't mean to assume gender, but, like, obviously is very burnt out just by the way that they're posting. The fact that you said that you have not had the energy to care, or the fact that they said that they haven't had the energy to care, and that they've cut back. And I will say that I've worked in multiple facilities where housekeeping basically did the bare minimum, if that. where management didn't care. They had their favorites, and regardless of what that person did, that person would never get in trouble, no matter how late they were, how many times they never showed up or no call, no showed, or called off at the very last minute, and they never got in trouble for it. And then, there was a facility where multiple people would show up at least an hour late every night for their shift, and or they would call off all the time. And then when I literally had a stroke and was in the hospital, I got written up because I was in the hospital because I had a stroke, and they wrote me up for poor attendance when I was literally in the hospital, brought them my discharge papers and everything. So it's like, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter what facility you go to, you're going to find this type of thing happening at every facility in some form or fashion. Some facilities might be a little bit better than others, but every facility deals with pretty much the same things. I've noticed that just in my journey of working for different nursing facilities, different long-term cares, different assisted livings. And I say assisted livings because a lot of assisted livings say that they're assisted living, but then they have like Hoyer patients and things like that. And that's not what an assisted living is supposed to be. Also, just be careful. Like, if you are a person who is 22 feeling like you're 85 or 90 because your body hurts so much because you're doing too much, like, you also need to remember to do whatever possible to protect your back, to protect your joints. Like, CNA work is not easy on the body. It is very hard on the body. And I think a lot of people don't really understand that, because most people assume that CNA is just wipe ass and that's all. And that's really not the truth. Like, there is so much involved, and it's very physical. So yeah, I definitely feel like, if you're a person who feels the way that the person that posted this does, like, I would look into different opportunities as far as like healthcare jobs other than CNA, or look into different things. Like the hospital that I work for, I work as a medical assistant right now, so I can't really talk to you as a CNA right now, even though I worked multiple years as a CNA. Coming from the standpoint of a medical assistant, I currently work in a rural health clinic. However, we utilize CNAs in our clinics. So we have a couple that work as referral coordinators. We have a few that work as, they work as CNAs, but they kind of do like our vitals, and they help the doctors, like rooming patients and things like that. They just aren't able to do like what us as medical assistants or nurses are able to do, because we have MAs and we also have LPNs in the clinic. So like our CNAs will do everything other than like administering medications and like doing injections and things that are outside of the scope of a CNA. So I would look into seeing if maybe like places in your area have those sorts of job opportunities, to kind of see if you can maybe switch into something that is a little bit different. Try different things. Working as a CNA in a hospital is very different than working as a CNA in long-term care. However, working as a CNA in a hospital still has problems. I will tell you that. So anyways, I hope that I addressed this. Like, I've definitely been in this situation. I definitely think that a lot of things need to change in long-term care type settings, in healthcare in general. A lot of things need to change. Do I think that that's ever going to happen? At this point, I don't really have a whole lot of hope that it's going to happen. I've worked in healthcare since 2016, and like it's hard to have that sort of hope, just based on all of the things that I've been through, the nurse bullying that I dealt with in multiple different facilities as a CNA, like everything that I've been through, and things that I've seen happen to patients, and the way that patients have been treated in front of me, the way that facilities are run, I don't have a lot of hope. But I don't really want to be super negative, because we need people that care. We need change. We need people that care to be a positive change in the healthcare system. So we need good, hard workers that actually give a shit about their patients to be there. I don't want to discourage anybody from working in healthcare, because obviously, even though I've been through all of these negative experiences, like I took a break from healthcare and then I came back to it. So yeah, I took a break for like a year and a half, and then I came back to it. But anyways, that is it for this video. If there are any other topics you would like me to discuss on my channel in the future, please be sure to let me know. I would be glad to get something filmed for you. If you have any questions or anything like that, please let me know. You can leave it in the comments and I will most likely respond in a video form and not in a written comment, unless it's something that can be answered super quick in a written comment, but most of the time I respond to comments in a video. So anyways, that's it for today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys next time.